Okay, let me start then. Okay, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Alexandra Skorvid. I want to thank you very much for the invitation to take part in the forum. I'm ready to tell you a bit about the Czech organizations that I work for. Experience, it's called Gulag.cz. As you can see on the screen, what we deal with, we deal with the phenomenon of Gulag of USSR, and we are studying the totalitarianism in the Soviet Union. So I would like to tell you a bit about how we work with this very difficult issue. Here's some information about our organization. It was founded back in 2009, and what we're doing is apparent from our title. We disseminate information about the Soviet camps, and we do that in the Czech Republic. But we're trying to be in touch with the rest of the world as well. I have to underline right away that in the Czech Republic, there are a lot of different organizations that are involved in studying history, and they study Soviet history and as well as Czech history, Czech and Slovak history. They actually analyze links. So we are not quite unique here. But anyways, we have our specific feature that we are using state-of-the-art technologies. And I'm going to tell you how we do that. All right. Well, actually, just a little bit about how this organization was founded. It all started by the fact when the chief of our organization, our boss, who unfortunately didn't make it here, Stefan Chernobyl, he, since the 90s, has been actively traveling to Russia, and he was traveling there as a tourist. He was primarily interested in the fact that in Russia, they have a lot of those camps still available from the times of Gulag, since the Soviet Union's disintegration, but nobody has ever studied and researched them. But he was interested in those Gulag camps from the historic and other points of view, and cultural even. He was very much interested in those, and together with the colleagues of his, he decided to travel to Siberia, all by himself. Back in 2009, he traveled there, and they traveled to the so-called Death Road. This transpolar road that was built by the prisoners. The development stopped after Stalin's death, but when they arrived, they've seen that a lot of the facilities and sites were still preserved. I'm not going to say that they were the first people to have seen that, but definitely very few people saw those places. So they started documenting all the facts. They were measuring all the buildings. They were taking pictures of the facilities, buildings, and the equipment, and hardware, and everything. There was something to learn about. So they found that one expedition was not enough, so they traveled again back in 2011 and 13. And in the overall case, they have documented 17 abandoned Gulag camps. They collected a lot of information, really. And all their expeditions, they are very well described on our website. So you can actually read all that information and learn more about that. This is our website, Gulag.cz. It is available in both Czech, Russian, and English languages. You can read all that about the expeditions. There are videos, there are pictures. And I also gave the link here to the memorial organization in Russia. It's called Gulag Online. Oh, sorry, that's called Urok History, the history lesson.ru. Those materials are all authentic. So, like I already said, as a result of all those expeditions, they collected a lot of information and data that had to be somehow processed and presented. It was quite clear that nobody had seen it before. And plus, this would be a very pity to lose all the collected information. Therefore, there was an idea of creating a great idea of the Gulag Virtual Museum, which can be found on by following the link called Gulag.online. And the overall idea was very simple. The idea was that in Russia, there are numerous facilities belonging to the Gulag system. The conditions the prisoners had to survive are no better than those in the Nazi camps. But the Nazi camps you can still visit, or Buchenwald or any other. There are many sites and there is a lot of information how it looked like, but there is no information about those Russian camps. So it's in Siberia, it's far away, nobody will be able to travel there. It's just impossible. But if we could have the virtual museum to let the people go and see those places, this would be great. That was the main idea behind it. And here on that website, Gulag Online, it is currently a very popular project. It was done in 2015. And this whole idea was embodied. They created a real museum from this. And I already showed you the links. They can be found online as well. You can go visit it virtually. You can find the Russian and Czech language and English as well. So all that information is based on the findings of our team members during their expeditions. So the most important one, which is very interesting, is the 3D models of those camps with all the barracks that can be virtually seen, and you can go into that. That requires, of course, a good capacity from your computer, because if the computer is not strong enough, then it would not probably work. But if you have a new device, then you can use the 3D modeling. You can watch the pictures or again 3D models of the personal belongings of the prisoners found there. You can also read a lot of information and many articles about the people who actually were imprisoned there. There are video interviews, etc. So this is a very rich website. And I would like now to please turn on the first video, video 1, please, that I left the link for previously. This is the video, like a trailer, when we were just about to launch that project back in 2015. You can see some of the snapshots from the expedition. If that's visible to you or not, I'm not yet sure about this. Well, I can actually turn it on from my computer, but it's best if you can actually put on the first video by yourself. Okay, great.
Сподіваюся, що звук працює.
Hopefully the sound works now.
Дякую. Можна вімкнути
Thank you so much.
мою презентацію.
Let's put back my presentation.
Так, чудово.
All right, great.
Власне, в цьому відео дуже
In the
яскраве
video, I think it's
показує
a very good demonstration of how the project was initially developed and what it is based on.
це результати цих експедицій.
Like I said, these are the findings of their expeditions.
Насправді це було
You know, actually, that was quite costly and took a lot of time and effort,
і ми були дуже раді,
but we were also very happy that
дуже
the
підтримують
Czech public has been very supportive of this project because the project was
за допомогою
created with the help of crowdfunding.
і вони дуже активно нам допомагали.
And people were helping us very actively.
Це прекрасно.
This was absolutely outstanding.
Дуже порадувало. Добре. І
We were very happy because of this. Now,
зарано перемикнулися. Добре. На основі цього проекту
based on the project,
виник ще один проект,
we had another idea about a different one that we are coping with right now. This is our main project at the moment, which is again dedicated to Gulag and is based on the previous work that we'd done in the first project. With all the 3D models, all those virtual tours, and things that you could see in the video, in the trailer.
Добре. Оцей проект,
Right, this project.
ми тут я коротко написала головну.
Again, I just briefly told the key facts and information about the project. You can read it later. This project was very innovative,
Він створений на базі того, що ми вже
or it is now innovative because it is based on the previous one, but we would like to actually talk more to the European school children because almost nobody in Europe tells anything about Gulag. They know about the Nazi camps, but never there's any information about Gulag. That's why this new project is specifically designed to disseminate information for history teachers and so that the teachers could use that in their own classes and tell school children about Gulag. This is an international project. We've been working on it together with the Slovak, Germany, and Czech partners, and we want to make sure in the future it is available for all the countries in the EU and Europe in general, so they all can take advantage of the project outcomes and deliverables. We started developing the project last year, and we are about to finalize it in 2023, which means we're going to have a little bit more than 18 months to have finished everything. But I'm going to tell you briefly about what the project was all about and what it meant and what's the mission of that. As it says, and I already alluded to that, we want to tell the students about the Gulag phenomenon and how is it going to look like according to our vision. This is the innovative learning tool where we're going to be using the state-of-the-art virtual and augmented reality technologies. Obviously, you've seen some of the technologies before, but we will be taking advantage of anything available in this whole world. VR and AR. All those things are quite comprehensive because this project is supposed to be, hopefully you can hear me and see me. This project is supposed to be as a comprehensive learning model that will consist of so many different pieces. It's going to be the school lesson of at least 90 minutes or more. It's going to have many different components like the 3D tour or with a virtual reality gear and helmets. Then children will be able to connect with their tablets and smartphones to retrieve the three models of those facilities, indoors and outdoors, found during the exhibitions. You can find those 3D models already on our website. And actually, they'll be able to play computer games that we are developing right now. That's quite a complex approach that we are taking. It is primarily devoted to building understanding among the students how gulags worked, how people surviving there. And this is again a very innovative solution that we're trying to produce to really trigger emotions in those students who will be able to first of all see that atmosphere and dive into it with the help of the VR helmets. That's quite difficult. It takes time. And of course, like I mentioned here, one can only imagine how many different technical solutions are required that have to be now sorted. For instance, in order to take full advantage of our model, students will have to have all those VR gadgets like glasses and helmets and whatever and earphones. That's very challenging for schools to use the virtual reality um, things because not all the schools are procured with those. So we're now thinking about how to do that properly and how we want to solve the problem. But indeed, we are working closely on this. But we already started making experiments to see how it's going to look like in practice, in real life, in real terms. Because indeed, our target audience in the project are students. We already started testing some of the deliverables at schools. And last time we did it was in December last year. Then it was quite difficult because we faced COVID after and lockdown restrictions, but we still want to continue doing that. That's going to be really wonderful to see emotions in the students. If we have any remaining time, then we can launch a second video. Please, guys, let us put on the second video. It is in the Czech language, but I think you're going to understand the key idea. It's very important to see those students who are wearing the VR helmets on them and to tell later about their emotions.
Je to super, líbí se mi, jak je to velký a rozsáhlý, že fakt jako můžeš projít po spoustu věcech, tam prostě různý budovy, někdo byl v knihovně.
Actually, all those things are available in English as well. You can watch the videos later.
Tam jenom takový ty fakt nejdůležitější věci se mi to zdá.
Taky super bylo, že tam bylo něco interaktivního, že jsem prostě mohla vlastně vzít třeba něco do ruky a nějak předělávat, rozbíjet a prostě měnit to prostředí, ve kterém jsem se pohybovala.
Дякую.
Дякую.
All right, thank you.
Ну і власне це є
Well, actually, that's the main idea behind this project. Hopefully, you found it useful and clear. Thank you very much. It's very similar to what we do with Chernobyl project, because we have one project where we scan different sites and locations and make this immersive experience, which can be used with VR helmets. And it's one of the key objectives to actually influence the people who are learning about this. And from what I've seen, there are a lot of similarities to what we do with here in Chernobyl. And also there is a lot of similarity with Holodomor. It's very interesting that such different topics are now covered and we never consulted each other, but still we're choosing the same mechanics behind this. Hopefully this is a trace of joint success and not joint failures and mistakes. Hopefully after some years we're going to confirm that. Thank you very much, Alexandra. That was a lot of fun and interesting. I'm very much impressed that Czech Republic runs such Gulag projects. I think you can also do some projects on Chernobyl and we could talk to you about it later. All right. Thank you very much for your engagement. Thank you very much for sharing some of the good insights with us. See you later.